Once the AvePoint Cloud Governance MyHub Teams app is installed and ready to go, you can use it to submit service requests, manage existing requests, and manage any cloud governance tasks that have been assigned to you. How you access MyHub depends on your organization's configuration. It might be over here pinned on the left-hand side navigation bar, or if you added it yourself as a business user, you can go and find it right here. When I click into MyHub, it'll be on the Conversation tab as a default, and up at the top I can click on Home. Please note, the very first time you access MyHub, you may need to log in, and you can do so simply by providing your Office 365 credentials. When I land on the Home tab here, it tells me that I don't have anything to do because I just loaded MyHub, and no service requests that I'm the approver for have come in from anyone else. But let's say I've come in here to actually start a request. So to do that, up at the top, I'll click on Start a Request. Once the Start a Request page loads, you can see different tabs along the top. These tabs represent the different categories of service requests that are available. You can also scroll down and see what's available below each service category. In this case, let's say I've come in here because I would like to request a brand new Microsoft team. So I go to the Provisioning tab, or back on the All tab, I locate under Provisioning the service request that I want, and we just click on that. We can see across the top there are several steps in order to request the new team. First, is it to be a public or a private team? And note that all of the different options in here are determined in Cloud Governance. So what I'm seeing here on the screen is not necessarily what everyone will see when filling out this type of request. There could be more or there could be less options on each of the different steps. I'm going to leave it set to private, and I'll click Next. On the next tab, we can see that we've got the team members listed, and it's only listing me right now. Me as the person who is logged in. I could click in here though, and I could type in someone's name, and it will pull it right up. It's set to manually because right now I would be adding each individual user through the search. There's also though a way where you could set up dynamic rules based on people's departments and other types of metadata so it can find them and pull them in. For our purposes here though, let's say I'm just collaborating with this one other person, and I'll click Next. Lastly, this step is showing me what the permissions are for the team members. Again, this is controlled back in Cloud Governance as far as what I can see and what choices I can make. We can see that we've got Jiffy options, so I can choose to enable that or disable that if I choose to. Stickers and memes, and then finally, what do I want to call the team? Click in Team ID to populate that automatically based on the name, and then add a description if you choose to. If everything looks good, we click Submit. You can see now it has taken me to my Requests tab up at the top, and my request is shown as submitted. From this point forward, the request follows your standard Cloud Governance procedure, which means that the request has been fired off to an approver, and once that approver says yes, that team will be created and I will be notified via email. I can of course always come back in here if I haven't been notified of any progress on the activity and just go to my Requests tab to check on the status. Clicking away onto a different tab and then coming back can also reset this and refresh it, so we can see now that our task has been approved and is in progress. Once that team is created, this will change to completed. Also, when that team is created, it will then be listed on my Workspaces tab. Workspaces are anything in Office 365 that you own created through Cloud Governance. So any teams you've requested or site collections where you are a contact or an administrator will be listed here for you. Again, since this is the first time I've come into MyHub with this user and I just filled out my first request, we're waiting on that request to be fulfilled, and once it is, that thing will show up over on Workspaces, and this, as I mentioned, will change to completed. Thanks for watching this short video on accessing MyHub and filling out a service request.